Katie Hendricks, and I'm been sharing about fear melters and some of the things I've learned about fear melters as I've been studying them over the last 8 years or so. And freeze is one of the expressions of fear, and it's something that everybody does, and probably, several times a day when you get startled, and you're not always moving around. You might be at a meeting, for example, and somebody says something and you have a little startle. That's a freeze. But a freeze can also be you just can't quite believe what's going on. And when you freeze, it stops you from thinking, it stops you from being connected to you, and it definitely stops you from being connected to others where you can have any influence. So freeze is something that all animals do when they're trying to be invisible. And that's one of the skills, actually, of freezing, is that for just a moment you can become invisible, and then you can decide what you want to do. But if you're in freeze, you cannot think. So when you're doing the fear melter, which I love the picture for the fear melter, which is wiggling. And what I find is if I can wiggle anything, it begins a wave of wiggling that can move all through my body. So you could wiggle your fingers, you could wiggle your jaw, you could wiggle your shoulders. And when you wiggle, then of course everything becomes different. It becomes a dance more than combat. And one of the things I found that opens up if I let myself wiggle is the ability to orient in the moment. To orient in the moment of the unknown. Because when I freeze, I'm really go, okay, what's going on? What's going on? But if I've frozen, I can't really see. I go tunnel vision. But if I'm letting myself wiggle and pause, then I can make a choice that actually comes from what's going to serve me rather than and running around, like the proverbial chicken. So when you wiggle, notice that it opens up choice, but it also gives you that moment to go, all right, what's going on here and what's my next choice? So that's what can open up for you with wiggling.